morning, dear students. Today we will discuss Class 8 History, Chapter 4, Colonialism and Tribal Society. Colonialism and Tribal Society. First of all, colonialism. What is colonialism? Definition: the domination, control, or exploitation. The domination, the control, or exploitation of a weaker country by a powerful country is called colonialism. Okay, that means domination, control, or exploitation of a weaker country by a powerful country is called colonialism. And here in India, Britishers, when they colonized us, okay, what was the effect of the colonialism here in India? Basically on the tribal people, or in the life of the tribal people, we will discuss in this chapter. First of all, means of livelihood of the tribal people. Before discussing how the colonialism affect the tribal people, before that we have to understand the means of livelihood of the tribal people. Okay, the tribal people, they were independent people. They were independent economically. Okay, tribal people, the main means of livelihood was hunting, gathering. Hunting means killing of animals for food. Okay, gathering, that means they collected the fruit and other eatable products from the forest. And fishing also, that means hunting, gathering, fishing. It was the main means of livelihood of the tribal people. And some tribal people, they also practice hoarding and rearing of animal. Hoarding means here movement of people along with group of animals from one place to another place in search of food. Okay, that means hoarding and rearing of animal. It was also the means of livelihood for some group of tribal people. Similarly, some group of tribal people practice shifting agriculture or shifting cultivation, you say, or its different names are jhum cultivation also. That means some group of tribal people also earn their living, or their means of livelihood was practicing shifting cultivation. And some group of the tribal people, they also practiced settled agriculture. Settled agriculture means they practice agriculture permanently in one place. Okay, that means of livelihood of the tribal people are hunting, gathering, fishing. And some group of tribal people also practice hoarding and rearing of animal. And some group of tribal people also practice shifting agriculture, or you can say jhum cultivation. And some group of tribal people also practice settled agriculture. That means they practice agricultural practices permanently in one place. That means these were the means of livelihood of the tribal people. And tribal people, they were happy, they were independent. Okay, but arrival of Britishers. But when the Britishers arrived, when the Britishers came to India, okay, the Britishers came to India, the lifestyle of the tribal people changed totally or drastically. Arrival of the British people, the Britishers started acquiring tribal lands. That means when Britishers came to India, they also started acquiring or controlling tribal lands. Your question might arise in your mind, why Britishers started acquiring or controlling tribal land. Britishers started controlling tribal land so that the Britishers could set up railway lines, road lines, and etc. for their convenience, or to drain the wealth of the tribal people or wealth of India to England. Number 1 point. That means Britishers started acquiring tribal land so that they could set up railway lines, road lines, and etc. so that they could drain wealth of India to England. And secondly, they started acquiring, they means Britishers started acquiring tribal land so that they could gain regular revenue or regular income or regular tax from the land where the tribal people they were practicing agriculture and etc. That means Britishers started acquiring tribal land so that they could set up railway lines, roadways, etc. so that it could help them to drain the wealth of India to England. And they also started acquiring tribal land so that they could impose or they could earn fixed revenue or regular income, imposing taxes on the tribal land. Okay. Now, secondly, Britishers also banned shifting agriculture. Tribal people, their main means of livelihood was also practicing shifting agriculture, but Britishers banned shifting agriculture. Britishers banned shifting agriculture. And question might arise, why Britishers banned shifting agriculture? Britishers banned shifting agriculture because Britishers wanted tribal people to settle permanently in one place and live there like a civilized people. That means Britishers wanted to ban shifting cultivation or shifting agriculture because they wanted tribal people to live a settled life, okay, or to live a civilized life. Number 2, Britishers banned shifting agriculture because it could help them to administer the tribal people easily. That means in shifting cultivation or shifting agriculture, tribal people shifted from one place to another place continuously. So it would become very difficult for the Britishers to administer them, to rule them. So Britishers banned shifting agriculture so that the Britishers could administer or rule the tribal people easily. Okay. And third, Britishers banned shifting agriculture. Britishers banned shifting agriculture so that they could impose taxes on the land, okay, where the tribal people were practicing agriculture, and the Britishers could get regular tax or regular revenue from the land of tribal people. That is why Britishers banned shifting agriculture, because they wanted tribal people to live a settled and civilized life. They banned shifting agriculture because they wanted regular income or revenue. Okay, and Britishers banned shifting agriculture because it could help them to administer or rule the tribal people easily. Britishers also introduced forest law. Now Britishers also introduced forest law too. Introduction of forest law. Introducing forest law. Why did the Britishers introduce forest law? First of all, they wanted coal. They wanted wood. Britishers wanted coal and wood from the forest. So, Britishers introduced forest law, and after introducing forest law, many forests were declared as reserve forest. Many forests were declared as reserve forest, and tribal people were not allowed to enter the forest, and tribal people were not allowed to use any of the products of the forest. Okay, and Britishers totally restricted the tribal people entering the forest. Okay, that means the tribal people who totally depend on forest products, forest resources, now they became jobless. Okay, now their means of livelihood changed totally. Now they had to adopt different types of other occupation. They started working in plantation as a labor and other different services, other different occupation they started adopting. But the tribal people, they didn't get good wages also, and they were paid very low wage, and they were treated as bonded labor. Bonded labor, BONDED. Bonded labor means, for example, suppose you have taken loan or some money from some rich person. Okay, suppose you have borrowed loan from some rich person. Okay, now if you are forced, if you are compelled to work for that person to repay the loan, and this is the bonded labor, and you are treated like a slave, that is the bonded labor. Okay, that means due to the arrival of the Britishers, the life of the tribal people changed drastically. That means their means of livelihood also was affected very badly, and at the same time tribal people also started losing their own identity. Thank you.